Hello and welcome, it's story time again. The timestamps are as always in the description box. Let's get going. Story number 1. Opie writes, my boyfriend, 33 male, and I, 29 female, have been together for a year and a half. Our relationship started quickly and we knew it felt right. Our morals, values, and goals all align, and both of us have the same ideas when it comes to raising a family. We have lived together for 10 months, and for the most part it's been really great. We definitely have our ups and downs, but nothing too serious. I've always loved that we both acknowledge that while love is a feeling, it is also waking up every day choosing your partner through good and bad. My boyfriend is someone who is attached to his phone, whereas I lose mine and don't really care. It's never bothered me about him, and I've never had that feeling of him doing things he shouldn't. I'm also not a jealous person and believe that I don't need to know my partner's every move/message unless there's a legitimate reason. But that changed yesterday morning. We were lying in bed and I was spooning him. He thought I was asleep, so he was playing on his phone. I noticed that he opened all of his notifications except for a Snapchat from a girl named Sarah. Like I said earlier, I've never had any weird feelings or distrust towards him, but something in my gut told me to keep my eyes open. I'm glad I did. This Sarah girl and him were sexting one another, and truthfully, the messages were gross. I waited for my boyfriend to send his message to her, then immediately shouted, quote, "What the F was that?" unquote, and got out of bed. He didn't try to lie or try to act like it was anything other than what it was. He was sexting this girl while lying in bed next to me. After a couple of hours of locking myself in the guest bedroom to cry, be angry, and nap, I was ready to have a conversation about whatever he was doing. He admitted to me that he has been sexting this same girl 4 times throughout our 1.5-year relationship. Once 2 months in, then 6 months, then a year, and then yesterday. He also admitted that he sexted a second girl during the beginning of our relationship as well. I don't know what to do or how to feel. I've never been portrayed like this and feel disgusting, used and lied to. He has been extremely apologetic, even calling my parents to apologize, and then writing me paragraphs about how he messed up and that he wants to be a better man. He said he's open to therapy and blocked Sarah on all accounts. I'm so confused and blindsided. I would have never known about the sexting if I hadn't caught him yesterday. He admitted that he probably would have kept doing it too. Please help me. I feel alone and dirty in my own skin. The man I love and planned a future with has hurt me so deeply, and I don't know what was lies and what to believe when it comes to the last year and a half. And here's Opie's first update. After giving myself a little breathing room and time to process my own thoughts, I decided to reach out to Sarah, the main contact of his infidelities. It was worse than the story he had fed me. Sarah shared screenshots of their Snapchat conversations, which included nude photos of him that he had sent during our relationship. Not only was she able to provide screenshots of that, while looking at her screenshots, I realized that he had sexted her the same night he had told me that he loved me for the first time. Talk about another slap to the face. Sarah also shared that they have indeed met up multiple times to have sex, completely destroying his story that he had, quote, never met her, unquote. In addition to meeting up at her place, he had also invited her to his, and it was just a month after he and I moved in together. The cherry on top? They were having unprotected sex. I will be getting tested. I still have not heard from his ex-wife, but there is no need. The betrayal was and is enough. This whole situation is heartbreaking, devastating, and I could never reconcile with someone like him. Thank you to everyone who commented on my original post. Your words of affirmation that I'm doing the right thing by leaving him allowed me to truly know I am worth more than this. I deserve a partner who will be faithful from day one. I appreciate the love and support I have felt from strangers who have been in similar situations, and knowing there is light at the end of this is so motivating. I have blocked him from contacting me and will be staying with my parents until I find the strength to get all of my belongings from the apartment. Thank you all again. And here's OP's second update. This is the second update in this trilogy, and one I did not think I was going to have to post or share, but I'm alternating between grieving the relationship and laughing hysterically at what I now know. Emotions are such a weird thing sometimes. Anyways, for those who have read the previous update and those who have not, I blocked my now ex from contacting me. However, I did not block his email address. I did not assume he would contact me via email, but I guess it was a final desperate attempt. He emailed me last night around 8:30 p.m. with the same lies and apologies as before. A lot of claims that Sarah was trying to sabotage our relationship and that he had never slept with her. He said he understands that sexting is still a form of cheating and that he will change. He then offered to send me his Snapchat history as further proof that 1. He had only sexted with Sarah and the one-off girl, and 2. That he had never met with Sarah / physically cheated on me. I'm not entirely sure why, but I replied to his email saying that I wanted to see his recovered Snapchat history. I did not make any promises of reconciliation, nor did I say that I believed anything he was saying. I simply asked for the Snapchat account information. The account was able to recover a year's worth of messages from November 2021 to November 2022. Oh my gosh, I wish I could remove and wash my eyeballs with bleach. After reading the literal 30 pages worth of sexting between him, Sarah, and 4 other women, the dates of each exchange all coincide with our relationship, as well as us moving in together back in January. This piece of work was literally sexting at least 5 women throughout our entire relationship, and that was only through what Snapchat was able to recover. I have no doubt there were more. I sent him another email, again asking him to no longer contact me, in addition to various quotes from sext between these women and him, and ended the email with a big ABCDEFU. I'm so glad I caught him sexting another woman while I was lying in bed next to him. I never thought this original interaction would lead to everything else that has been brought out into the open, but I'm so glad it did. After reading those messages, I went and got an STD test done this morning. On an end note to this trilogy, I fully see now that my partner was living an insane double life, and that I am incredibly thankful my guardian angel had my back on Saturday morning. P.S. Why were his sexts so much spicier than anything he and I did in the bedroom? Man was boring as F in bed, but his sext to those other women made him sound like a spicy tamale. Laugh my butt off at this clown. Well, OP, relationships have changed so much in the last 20 years now that there are so many different ways to communicate with people. If you want to exchange spicy messages with someone, you can find somebody online that wants to do the same thing. And we have people looking up and reconnecting with ex-boyfriends and girlfriends and husbands and wives from decades ago, even though they are in relationships and even happy relationships. It really can complicate relationships nowadays. And OP, you said at the start that you and your boyfriend have the same morals and the same values. Well, clearly you know now that that wasn't true. And I guess the best thing you can do in the future, when you meet somebody that you're interested in romantically, you should probably ask that person how they feel about messaging other people while in a relationship, if they see that as cheating or not. That just seems increasingly to be the way relationships are going nowadays. So it's very important to be clear about your boundaries when it comes to this kind of thing, right from the start. And OP, your ex told you that he probably would have continued doing this, sending all these other women, 5 other women, these spicy messages if you hadn't discovered the truth. He says that his relationship with Sarah was never physical, that they never met. She says they met a number of times. You know what, OP, in the long run, it doesn't even matter who's telling the truth. He crossed a boundary and there was no way, OP, that you were ever going to be able to trust him again. Good on you for leaving that situation, and I'm glad you can laugh about it now, although I know it hurts. And let's move on to our next story. Story number 2. My 29 male, girlfriend 25 female, have been together for a little over 5 years. She's rather introverted and doesn't drink or enjoy going out. She'd rather stay in and watch a movie or go to a nice dinner. I don't mind doing this sometimes, but sometimes I feel like it would be nice to have some drinks with my girlfriend. It feels like all she does is go to work on a dissertation, go to the gym, and sleep. The other night, I convinced her to go out to some bars. After a while, she agreed, but said she was tired from work and school, so she only wanted to go out for a little while. I was fine with this, but the entire time we were out, she was entirely sober and acting pissed off, and it was honestly not fun to be around. I got annoyed and told her her energy was bad, and she said it was because she was tired. But she was enjoying the music. It didn't look like that at all. We left after a couple of hours. Normally, when I'm with friends, I like to stay out until 2 to 3 a.m. The next morning, I brought up how she was acting and suggested the next time we go out that she has just one drink to loosen up a bit, and maybe it will be more fun for her. I also said that I feel weird being the only one getting drunk and that it sucks drinking alone. She disagreed and got mad at me, saying that I need to grow up and that drinking and partying aren't everything. I'll admit that I've gone overboard going with friends in the past, and it's led to arguments that I regrettably don't remember. But I've been depressed, and going out is one thing that makes me feel better. I jokingly asked her when she got so boring, and she snapped at me, saying that she would rather save up for a nice vacation or go to a music festival/concerts or a nice expensive dinner. These things are out of my budget, and a vacation is only a once or twice a year thing anyway. And when we do go on vacation, she'd rather do boring touristy stuff, like go to museums or sightsee. I told her that I don't think I can give her the life she wants and is used to. She had a very wealthy upbringing, and she called me an a-hole and has been acting cold ever since. So, am I the a-hole? Edit. I didn't expect for this to take off so fast. I just wanted to add some info clarifying some things. We do have quite a bit in common overall. We met at a music festival and share a love for music. When we first started dating, when she was still in undergrad, we would go to concerts frequently and had a lot of fun. We have the same goofy sense of humor. We both like fitness and video games. We both like to travel. But like I said, I can't afford it right now. She's used to going on luxurious vacations abroad with her family that cost 10 to 30k, and I can't offer the same. I do love and care about her, which is why I want to go out with her. Only going out with friends all the time is not the same. I originally liked how opposite we were because I felt like she brought balance to my life that I needed. But as I'm nearing 30, I regret not doing more in my 20s. And I'm scared of wasting time not having fun. I admit that my word choice was stupid, and while I was joking, it wasn't perceived that way. Well, OP was judged the a-hole, and here's OP's update. Well, I have the update you all have been waiting for. I decided to go out with some friends last night to blow off some steam. Yeah, dumb, I know. And managed to stay out until 5 or 6 a.m. I honestly didn't mean to. I tend to not check my phone much when I'm out. And when I finally checked it, I had a ton of missed calls and texts from my girlfriend asking where I was or if I was okay. I was fine. My friends just wanted to hang out longer than I expected. When I got home, she was angry that she had to stay up all night worrying about me getting home safely. I didn't ask her to stay up for me. She sat me down and said that she will not be renewing our lease when it's up and that it's up to me to decide how I'll be going forward until then. She said it's not the drinking that's the issue, but the fact that it feels like she has to parent me after the fact and can't relax while I'm drinking, even when it's with friends. So yeah, now I'm spending my Friday apartment hunting and looking for a therapist. Opie, it sounds to me like you and your girlfriend are just going in opposite directions in life. She seems more focused on the future and doing what she needs to do to have the future she wants, whereas you are more focused on the present and, as you said, having fun. Sometimes people just drift apart and that's just the way it is. But come on, Opie, you know it was very unfair of you to stay out until 5, 6 a.m., never checking your phone, never letting your girlfriend know you're going to be out literally all night. Of course she was going to stay up and of course she was going to be worried. That was very immature on your part, Opie, and it's little wonder that she feels like she's your parent. Well, that's it for now. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, leave me a comment, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.